I've not met anybody who doesn't like Roald Dahl. He wrote amazing poems, stories, adventures, even the occasional film, and nobody I've ever met has said, "Nah, I don't like Roald Dahl." Yeah, maybe you know of somebody, maybe you are that person, but everyone I know loves a bit of Roald Dahl. So here is a poem called The Dentist and the Crocodile. Have a listen. The Dentist and the Crocodile by Roald Dahl. The crocodile, with cunning smile, sat in the dentist's chair. He said, "Right here and everywhere my teeth require repair." The dentist's face was turning white. He quivered, quaked and shook. He muttered, "I suppose I'm going to have to take a look." "I want you," Crocodile declared, "to do the back ones first. The molars at the very back are easily the worst." He opened wide his massive jaws. It was a fearsome sight. At least 300 pointed teeth, all sharp and shining white. The dentist kept himself where clear. He stood 2 yards away. He chose the longest probe he had to search out the decay. "I said to do the back ones first," the crocodile called out. "You're much too far away, dear sir, to see what you're about. To do the back ones properly, you've got to put your head deep down inside my great big mouth." The grinning crocky said. The poor old dentist wrung his hands and, weeping from despair, he cried, "No, no, I see them all extremely well from here." Just then, in burst a lady, in her hands a golden chain. She cried, "Oh, Croc, you naughty boy, you're playing tricks again." "Watch out!" the dentist shrieked and started climbing up the wall. "He's after me! He's after you! He's going to eat us all!" "Don't be a twit," the lady said and flashed a gorgeous smile. "He's harmless. He's my little pet. My lovely crocodile."
This tongue twister is about 6 snails who decided to slide rather silently. 6 slimy snails slid silently. 6 slimy snails slid silently. 6 slimy snails slid Do you know what? It might also work with slugs. 6 slimy slugs slid silently. Oh, it does. That's the wonderful thing with tongue twisters, is you might think, actually, can I do that a slightly different way, with a slightly different word or a slightly different tone or a slightly different emphasis? So it's up to you. You can either do slugs or snails. 6 slimy snails slid silently. 6 slimy snails slid silently. 6 slimy snails slid silently.
It is time for Venga Venga. I'm going to back up. I'm going to get my Venga Venga hands ready. And, no, not yet. No, not yet. Yeah, okay, let's go. Venga Venga, because we always start that way. And Venga Venga, Venga Venga. I'm going to mix it up. Pumpkin, pumpkin. The dragon is coming. The dragon is coming. As big as an elephant. You bet you are. With I'm a Star, make sure you really believe it. It's so important that you know how good you are at Venga Venga. You bet you are. Let me hear you. You bet you are. The dragon is coming. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Boom. Boom. You bet you are. But darling, I love you. But darling, I love you. You got to say it quicker. But darling, I love you. I'm looking for the man who's got my paw. I'm looking for the man who's got my power. Pumpkin, pumpkin, save the world. Be that superhero, save the world. As small as a mouse, as small as a mouse. You bet you are. But darling, I love you. I'm looking for the man who's got my power. Oh la la, oh la la, oh no. Ha! Gotcha. You weren't ready for uno dos, were you? You thought, oh, Miss Naomi's just... No. You need to keep up. Uno. Uno. Uno dos. Uno dos. I'm looking for the man who's got my power. Save the world. Save the world. What's the time? What's the time? As small as a mouse? You bet you are. I'm looking for the man who's got my. I'm looking for the man who's got my. You bet you are. Hide gold, hide gold. Hide gold, hide gold. Uno dos. Uno dos. Uno dos. That's right. Fantastic. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was superb. So, I present to you our poem that we're going to share. Do you know what? I wanted it to be a bit of a... I wanted it to be really light and fun because some of the poems that we've been looking at together this way, they've been a bit... they've been quite powerful, really strong, deep thinking poems. So I thought, let's have something a bit light. I've got the sunshine on my back. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous sunny day. So this is a poem written by Anna Marie Linden and it's called Coconut Groove. Have a listen. Coconut Groove by Anna Marie Linden. At the Coconut Groove, see everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. It's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing. As the frog from France with the gooty break dance, frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose, while the slippery snake does the S-bend shake. With the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. The music's so good down here in the woods. Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango with Mr. Jackfruit in his fine green suit. The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beats, as everybody swings and does their thing down at the Coconut Groove. What do you think? I really like it because it's fun, but it's also a very clever poem because it rhymes, as you can tell, and because it's talking about dance, it's full of movement, yeah? So I wanted to try and keep still whilst I read this, but I still had to do a little bit of action and a little bit of gesture and a bit of rhythm because it makes you want to do that as you say the words. I'm going to read it again and I'm going to see if you agree with what I've just said. Does it make you want to really enjoy yourself with this poem and have some fun and let loose? Have a listen. Coconut Groove by Anna Marie Linden. At the Coconut Groove, see everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. It's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing. As the frog from France with a gooty breakdance. Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose, while the slippery snake does an S-bend shake. With the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. The music's so good down here in the woods. Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango with Mr. Jackfruit in his fine green suit. The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat, as everybody swings and does their thing down at the Coconut Groove. I love it. It's really, really fun. So, you know what a hummingbird is, right? That's right, they're hummingbirds that you can find in the tropics. Okay, they're beautiful, all different colours. And I think some of us have talked about hummingbirds before because I remember sharing ideas about how their wings move so quickly. I think their wings might move the fastest of the birds, I'm not sure. And of course they have those very long beaks so they can what? That's right, they can get the nectar from those beautiful tropical flowers. Do you know what an agouti is? Agouti, A-G-O-U-T. I didn't know what an agouti was, so I had to look it up, right? So I'm reading my notes to you. So I want you to imagine a mixture of an animal that is half guinea pig and half squirrel. Have you got it? That's what an agouti is. You can find them in Central and South America. Ha! They are super swimmers. Just saying, that is an agouti fact. They are super swimmers. So I want you to imagine a guinea pig and a squirrel down in South or Central America swimming. You got it? That's your agouti, A-G-O-U-T-I. Now, I know some of you already are going to look it up. Love that. There's another animal that's mentioned called a mongoose. Have you heard of mongoose before? Mongooses, do you know what a ferret is? Or a weasel or a stoat? Something like that. So mongoose look a bit like, no, not mongoose. Mongoose. Mongoose look a little bit like that. And I found out a fact for you. Oh, they are smaller than cats. So look at your cat, yeah, a mongoose is smaller than that, all right? Okay, and again, quite an animal that we don't find here because we've got stoats and weasels, but if you go to other places around the globe, which are hotter and have more of a tropical climate, that's where you'll find one of these mongoose. You want to hear the poem again? This time have a listen and listen out for when the agouti and the mongoose are mentioned. Coconut Grove by Anna Marie Linden. At the Coconut Grove, see everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. It's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing as the frog from France with agouti breakdance. Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose while the slippery snake does an S-bend shake. With the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. The music's so good down here in the woods. Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango with Mr. Jackfruit in his fine green suit. The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat, as everybody swings and does their thing down at the Coconut Grove. Let's do some actions. Pencil. So, at the Coconut Grove, see everybody move. The Coconut Grove, see everybody move. Let's do that. Everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. They boogie together. Let's think about this. So we've got, at the Coconut Grove, see everybody move. So gesture for everybody, for all. So at the Coconut Grove, see everybody move. And give me a little groove of the shoulders. Nothing too, you know, just kind of keep it, yes. They boogie together despite... So can we do another shoulder? So if we have, at the Coconut Grove, see everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. What could we do? You know, despite the weather. So if we have weather, so can you imagine, I've got really beautiful sunshine behind me. I can feel it. It's a really gorgeous day. But imagine if it's not a gorgeous day, but they still dance at the Coconut Grove. So maybe you put up an umbrella. Yeah, so at the at the Coconut Grove, see everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. So you've got despite and then the umbrella comes out, the weather. I like that. So that's the first bit. Then we've got it's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing. So could we try it's raining, it's blowing. So maybe a little kind of it's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing. And I think bring in those shoulders again. So we've got it's raining, it's blowing. Maybe we could we do opposite? Could we do it's raining, so it comes down, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing. Yes, as the frog from France. Frog. Ooh. And you can do a leap as the frog from France. Now, agouti. Right, I'm not doing any breakdancing, but I need an action for agouti. So remember what I said? It's a mixture of a guinea pig and a squirrel. But it's, oh, it's a super swimmer. Should we do the, oh, that would be lovely, because if we do a swimming action, that mixes in with the frogs who like water, and it also mixes in with the umbrella action. So it's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing as the frog from France with agouti breakdown. Oh, I love that. But keep the frog limbs. Keep the frog limbs. Okay, so we've got it's raining, it's, oh wait, sorry, it's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing as the frog from France with agouti breakdance. If you want to breakdance, that's entirely up to you, all right? I was never very good. I was more of a robotics girl, okay? But if you want to do a breakdance action, that's absolutely fine, okay? So we got swim. Now, frisky mongoose. Do you remember what I said what the mongoose was? So it's a bit like a ferret or a weasel. Yeah, smaller than a cat. So frisky means to move a bit friskily. So to move with quite a bit of energy, yeah, and kind of short, sharp movements, yeah. So something frisky like that. So frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose. So what could we do with that? Frisky mongoose. So remember, it's kind of like a. Can we do? So we've got frisky mongoose. So it's a quick little move, yeah. It's a quick. Do you know I used to have a dog called Frisky when I was little? She was really naughty. When I used to take her to the park, I used to have to call out her name and she'd never come. She would go running all over the place. Anyway, so what we're doing, can you remember? Yeah, you said a little distraction. So we've got frisky mongoose. I think it's just a little. So you've got frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose. And I think really chill out and relax with that, yeah? So we've got frisky mongoose. So it's a bit of a move. Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose. All right? Then we've got, while the slippery snake does the S. So could we do, hold on. Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose. While the bring that into the snake. Yes, love that. So we've got, ready? Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose while the slippery snake does the S-bend shake. Yeah. So I think bring it up. So you've got the slippery snake does the S-bend shake. And if you want to use your bodies, please do. I really like that. So we've got frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose while the slippery snake does the S-bend shake. I love that. So loads of S shapes. That's all I'm going to do. So I like that. Now, we go to the monkeys on drums. With monkeys on drums. So can you use your voice? So I don't want any monkey business. So we've got with the monkeys on drums. Can you use your voice? With the monkey on drums. Yeah, can you hear there's a little kind of drum in my voice? So I quite like that. And I think you can, like you're going to beat a drum. Let's have that action. Love that. Now, the hummingbirds hum. So we've got, with the monkeys on drum, can you make the hummingbirds and let them come? Oh, that's cute. Because that's such a nice contrasting action to what we did before. So we've got, with the monkeys on drums. Oh, it's drums. I've got to make sure I get that. With the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. And really watch them. I like that a lot. Oh, now look. The music's so good down. Now, does that work? With the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. The music's... Oh, can you do a finger click? The music's so good down here in the woods. If you cannot click your fingers, you fake it. Right, so we do finger click. I just quite like that. Because you know Miss Naomi likes a finger click. So let's have that. So, with the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. The music's so good down here in the woods. Make the click happen on the word. So it's not the music's so good down here in the woods. Try and make it happen on the word, because then the rhythm of the poem, yeah, that Miss Anna Marie wrote for us, it doesn't get disturbed by the finger click. Because you know all poems have rhythms, okay? So remember what I say, a poem is a song without music, okay? So there is definitely a rhythm there. And some rhythms are stronger than others. It's really strong in this one. So I think we have, with the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum, the music so good down here in the woods. Love that. Nearly done the poem. Juicy Miss Mango. Have you ever had mango? Oh, mango is a really, really, it's a very sweet tropical fruit, yeah? And you can get lots of different kinds. I think the most common kinds we get here in the UK is the Julie mango. Oh, my mother used to love a Julie mango. So, Juicy Miss Mango. What could we do for that action? Juicy, oh, I feel that. Juicy, because you know what? I think Miss Mango's a really good dancer. And I think she knows it. Do you know those people that dance and they just know that they're the best? So I think Miss Mango's a bit like that because she knows she's sweet, yeah? So we've got Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango. Do you know what a tango is? It's a dance style. You find it in Buenos Aires in South America, yeah, in Latin America. And it happens between two people and it's very passionate. Very passionate. I tried it. I'm not very good. I'm not very good. So So I just enjoy watching it because I'm not very good at doing tango. I'm better at a bit of samba, a bit of salsa. I'm fabulous at ballet, by the way, just saying. Anyway, so we've got Juicy Miss Mango. So let's become Juicy Miss Mango. Juicy Miss Mango does it. Tango, it's all about sharp moves and attitude. So you know when we do ooh la la ole, that's quite tango attitude. So if we've got Juicy Miss Mango, I think it was here, wasn't it? Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango. Oh, did you see that? Let's have that. So we're going to become Miss Mango, okay? So, and we bring it up to the left shoulder. Does that make sense? So we've got Juicy Miss Mango. So it's like she's getting ready. Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango, yeah? I like that. And then we've got with Mr. Jackfruit. Do you know what jackfruit is? So jackfruit, again, it's another tropical fruit, and it tastes a bit like pineapple. Some people say it tastes a bit like banana. When I say taste, it's got a very mild taste. So for example, when you eat mango, right, the taste is very, very strong, so you can read, that's definitely mango. But when you have something like pineapple or banana or jackfruit, the taste is much more delicate, it's much more gentler, okay? So, and I know some of you are going to go and look up what a jackfruit is. I like that. So, Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango. Oh, with Mr. Jackfruit. Now, I don't know why, but I'm imagining Mr. Jackfruit's got a hat, like a really nice kind of Panama hat or something quite, oh yeah, something quite special. I don't just mean like a baseball cap or like a straw. Yeah, something really special, and like a fedora. Yeah, something really, oh, that looks the business. So we've got Juicy Miss Mango up here. Bring your hands round, does a daring tango with Mr. Jackfruit. And I think he just, sometimes when somebody is really sophisticated and they're wearing a hat, they'll just kind of take it off and put it back on. Have you ever seen that? You might have seen that in some movies or something. They might take it off and do a bow and kind of, you know, as they greet somebody. So let's make Mr. Jackfruit like he's wearing like a fedora or a really nice hat, and he just takes it off and puts it back on with Mr. Jackfruit. Oh, this would be superb. So we've got, I'm getting excited, okay? I just love this couple. So we have Juicy Miss Mango, hands round, does a daring tango with Mr. Jackfruit in his fine green suit. Fine green suit. And you could do fine green suit. Some of us have done moves like this before, which I quite like. So that suit is looking so sharp. It's designer, it costs a lot of money, and Mr. Jackfruit knows that he is. Yeah? So we've got Juicy Miss Mango, that's right, does a daring tango with Mr. Jackfruit in his fine green suit. Oh, that is superb. So let me just write the hat. Right, hands round, okay, because I need to know what I'm doing, okay. Then we have the hat, lift, and then we've got the fine suit, okay. Now, we go on to some new characters, okay. So, we have the potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat. So I can imagine that, like, this is really weird, like the little baby potatoes, and they're just kind of bopping quite sweetly to the beat. So, the potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat. Can we make the rhythm come through with them? So imagine you've got the potatoes. The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat. I don't mind where your fingers go. So we've got the potatoes look sweet. So imagine you're holding two little potatoes, right? The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the. Oh, that's it. The potatoes look sweet. Present, yeah, as they bop to the beat. That's cute. I love that. Okay. Have you ever had baby new potatoes? So they're potatoes that are much smaller. Yeah, people kind of boil them in a pan and maybe have them with a salad. That's what they are. So we're going to imagine that they're little baby new potatoes. Baby new potatoes. So the potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat. As everybody swings. Now can we, and does their thing. So good. The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat. As everybody swings and does their thing down at the coconut groove. Whoop, whoop. down at the coconut. Did you get it? Okay, so we've got bop with your potatoes. Then you're going to swing your fingers, okay, because that kind of makes sense. And then you just keep swinging till down at the coconut groove, and then that's when your hands go down. Shall I show you what I mean? So we've got potatoes. The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat, as everybody swings and does their thing down at the coconut groove. Did you get it? What I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can do the whole poem. It's a great one though. I kept seeing this poem and I thought, oh, I really want to do it, but it's got a lot in it. But actually, it's a really, really fun poem to do. I love it. So we have Coconut Groove by Anna Marie Linden. Should we try it? At the coconut groove, see everybody. You've forgotten, haven't you? Is it that long ago since we looked at the beginning? So remember, it's everybody moves. You do a little move. They boogie together despite the weather. Yeah, do you remember now? Okay. Are you ready? Name of poem, name of poet, and Coconut Groove by Anna Marie Linden. At the coconut groove, see everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. It's raining, other way, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing. As the frog from France, remember, with a Gucci break dance. Frisky mongoose, what did we do for that? I think we did a bit of a dance, didn't we? Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose. Oh yeah, it was the, I remember. Bam! Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose while the slippery snake does the S-bend shake. Should we try that bit again? Because it's been a while, okay? Name of poem, name of poet, and Coconut Groove by Anna Marie Linden. Here we go. At the coconut groove, see everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. It's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing as the frog from France with a Gucci break dance. Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose while the slippery snake does the S-bend shake. Now we move on to the monkeys. With the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. Well done. The music's so good. Oh, what did Miss Naomi do wrong? Make sure we do it on the word. Okay, let's go from with the monkeys on drums. And with the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. The music's so good down here in the woods. Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango with Mr. Jackfruit in his fine green suit. The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat, as everybody swings and does their thing down at the coconut groove. Then what happens? So we'll do this one more time together. We'll give it a bit more pace, give it a bit more swing, a bit more rhythm. Yeah, and then I will leave the words up at the end and you can have a practice. And do you know what would be really great? Because it's such a fun poem to do. It would be really wonderful if you could find somebody at home that you could do it with together. That would be really, really nice. And then you could film it and watch back. That would be so much fun. Here we go. Last time together, my darlings, all right? Here we go. Coconut Groove by Anna Marie Linden. Here we go. At the coconut groove, see everybody move. They boogie together despite the weather. It's raining, it's blowing, but the rhythm is flowing as the frog from France with a Gucci break dance. Frisky mongoose lets it all hang loose while the slippery snake does the S-bend shake. With the monkeys on drums, the hummingbirds hum. The music's so good down here in the woods. Juicy Miss Mango does a daring tango with Mr. Jackfruit in his fine green suit. The potatoes look sweet as they bop to the beat as everybody swings and does their thing down at the coconut groove.